This content is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute investment advice.
Have you ever seen a market profile chart with those skinny rows, just one letter wide, and wonder why traders get so excited about them? Those are called single prints. And I'm going to tell you why they're so important, because they can tell you a lot about what the market is really thinking. Now, a single print happens when price just ripped straight through an area in one 30-minute bar without much trading back and forth. And on the profile, that just leaves one letter at the price. No overlap, no balance. Basically, it's the market saying, no time to argue, we're moving on. Single prints are footprints of conviction. They usually form when one side, buyers or sellers, takes complete control. Instead of negotiation, the market just blasts through. Now here's the key. If the market never comes back, those single prints often mark a strong breakout zone. And if price does return, watch closely, because filling in those single prints can signal momentum fading and the market slipping back into balance. Now, even though single prints are easy to find on the chart, actually keeping track of them, where breakouts happen, and when these levels are retested as support and resistance zones isn't the easiest thing to keep up with. And that's why Trading IQ created Single Print IQ. But before I get into exactly how I use Single Print IQ, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe with notifications on. Your support helps us continue making the tools we love for the community we love. And also, don't forget to follow us on TradingView, Twitter, and join the Trading IQ community on Discord. All the links are in the description. Single Print IQ is a TradingView indicator that is available through our affiliate terms. That means if you choose to unlock it using the link in the description, we may earn a commission. Be sure to check the link for the most up-to-date details on the campaign. Now, the reason I use Single Print IQ every day on my chart is because it helps me verify strong breakout moves just like this, and also hidden support and resistance levels just like the ones marked on my chart. And the best thing about Single Print IQ is that without fail, it will find each and every single print that's ever occurred on a price chart on any time frame. And not only that, but for the true TPO enthusiasts, Single Print IQ even displays the letter block in which the single print actually occurred. Now, I'm going to show you exactly how I use Single Print IQ each and every day to find trading setups. So just a quick reminder, nothing in this video is financial advice. It's for educational and informational purposes only. Trading involves risk, and you should always do your own research before making any financial decisions. Now, the first strategy I use with single prints is called the breakout strategy. And as the strategy name implies, I use this model in order to find breakout opportunities supported by single print identification. So let me show you what I mean. As price moved up with confidence over these two bars, we can see that single print Qs and single print Rs formed. And not only a few of them, but a lot of them. In the total price area that these single prints cover is almost 1%. Now, that isn't part of my condition, but I just want to emphasize exactly how strong this price move was in all the single prints that it left behind. Now, when these single prints form on a strong price move, it means that buyers were in complete control and had total conviction at this price zone and confidently moved prices higher, not only significantly, but extremely quick. And what I like to do personally after these price moves is take my trade at the close of the candlestick where these single prints formed. From there, I set my stop loss at the very last single print, the furthest one from my entry price, and then I calculate a 2 reward to risk ratio, and that's what I use as my personal profit target. Again, this is just my personal strategy that I'm sharing for educational and informational purposes. This is not financial advice, and this is not a recommendation to use this strategy in any way. Now, the reason I set my stop loss at the very bottom single print is because this is the final price zone where if a reversal does happen, that I can confidently say the market is back in balance and my trade is over. And I use a 2-to-1 reward risk ratio video because generally when I trade breakouts, I like for my target to be further from my entry than my stop loss. Now, the second strategy I like to use is called the retest strategy. And the retest strategy is pretty much exactly how it sounds. We look for a cluster of single prints that formed on a previous price move, and we look for price to retrace or dip back into that cluster of single prints. After this happens, all we do is look for signs of confirmation that the previous trend is going to continue, such as a bullish candle setup or even price landing inside the Fibonacci retracement zone. If we see confluence between the Fibonacci retracement zone and a single print setup, I consider this a good sign of confirmation for my personal trading. Again, none of this is financial advice, just my personal trading observations. From here, I personally take the entry at the close of a bullish candle, and my stop loss for this strategy is a little tighter. It will be the bottom single print, however, that's generally going to be a little bit closer to my entry price compared to the stop loss we used for strategy number 1. And I personally like to set my target at the extremity of the swing point that formed before price reversed and tested my single prints. Now, some awesome features of single print IQ is that you can select to not show single prints that formed on a wick, and I personally love enabling this setting whenever I'm looking for single print breakout strategies, which was the first strategy that I showed in this video, because the single print breakout strategy requires price to close beyond the single prints. So the single prints are actually lined up inside of the candlestick body and not along a candlestick wick. Next is you can actually change the session time over which the single prints are calculated. Now, by default, TPOs and single prints are calculated over 1 day of time, but you can choose any time frame you want in order to calculate the TPOs and single prints. And next is you can even set the tick level distance for each and every TPO zone. So you can have the most granular possible TPOs and single prints, or work with more widespread and loosely separated zones in order to build your single print trading strategy. If you found this video helpful, or you're excited to try single print IQ, don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more trading IQ content. Your support helps us continue making the tools we love for the community we love. And you can also follow us on TradingView and join the Trading IQ community on Discord. Links are in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.